time. So, hi everyone. Hello. I'm recording now. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us live. For those of you guys who just jumped on, Kim shared with us. She is. Oh, if you guys can all mute, let's see. Or maybe that was me. But Kim shared she's by herself with the three babies tonight, and so she and I collaborated earlier today on what I was going to share tonight. But then for right now, you'll see her pretty face that she's, being super mom. And Sam shared that she's with her kids, but she already put all three of them to sleep. So you're super mom too. And so I am so excited, though, you guys, to talk about how we can start preparing for the launch of Shift Shop and also how we can really capitalize on Summit happening, regardless of if you are going or not. So first, I thought I would start talking about Shift Shop, just kind of give you guys a little bit of the rundown and some ideas on what you can do to start promoting it now, and also to give you guys some ideas on to consider, because some of the things that Kim and I had to consider that we talked through are we going to host a separate Shift Shop group, or are we going to just join up our big challenge group and everyone can be doing any program? Or when are we going to host the challenge group? And so I'm going to share with you like what I've decided to do. There are some things Kim and I are still kind of talking through, and I'm just going to share all of this with you guys so that you can then start to decide, how do you want to promote it? Like, what feels right to you? What's exciting to you? What feels manageable to you? But regardless of how you decide to do it, I really think if you are a business building coach and you want to build this business, promoting it is something you have to do, regardless of the fact that it's going to look a little different for all of us. So Shift Shop, if you aren't familiar with it, it's a 3-week program, and each week it gets progressively more intense, meaning that the first week the workouts are 25 minutes, the second week the workouts are 35 minutes, the third week, almost the fourth week, just jumping ahead, the third week the workouts are 45 minutes, and the nutrition program also gets increasingly stricter as you go on. And so it's actually like a carb depletion program where the last week we're actually not going to be eating any carbs. So I share that with you guys just so you can start mentally preparing yourself. Because I know that might seem a little crazy. I've never, that's not a lifestyle that I currently live. So I'm with you in thinking like, man, that's going to be difficult. But if you hear Chris Downing, the trainer, talk about his methods behind his strategy behind it and how he came up with it, you can do that if you need some reasons behind it, if you need some pumping up. But regardless, the people, if you've looked at the test group and you've seen the results, we know that it works. And so I'm willing to go all in. I can give up carbs for 7 days. The past 7 days have gone by so fast. Time goes by so quickly. So just start mentally preparing yourself for it now. But it's different than any other program that we've had before. So also each week there are 3 cardio workouts and then 3 workouts that are resistance training. So 3 that require dumbbells. The only equipment that you need are dumbbells, and then if you have they sell the markers or you can print them out or you can use something else. But just little markers, because it's kind of these workouts are agility workouts, and so you have the markers so you know where to jump and where to run back and forth to and stuff like that. So that's kind of the overview rundown of the program. Now when I'm starting to talk to you about how to, and then also it officially launches on Beachbody On Demand July 12th, which would be helpful to share with you guys. And then you can start selling the base pack, if people don't want Beachbody On Demand, but they actually want the challenge pack with the DVDs, that goes on sale on July 14th. So for me, I know for me personally, I'm really just going to be really promoting the All Access Pass just because it's the best deal. This is supposedly, it's the sale is supposed to end on it in August, or it either ends in August or goes through August. I don't know if Kim knows that, but I think it goes through August. But we're kind of coming up on the last couple of months of this incredible deal where you can get the All Access Pass for $160. And so we need to really capitalize on it now. And so I'm always pushing that. That's my number one, just because I believe it's the best value. I believe it's the best way to help people establish a lifestyle, because we can continue to help find them the right program after they finish their current program, whatever if they start with. So July 12th is the official launch date. So now when I'm starting to talk to you about what Kim and I have talked about doing, what I've decided to do, typically my challenge group would start July 17th if I was going by my normal calendar. So, but what I'm going to do for my Shift Shop group is, and I've decided I'm going to have 2 groups. I'm going to have a Shift Shop group that starts on July 24th. But I'm also not going to be promoting my second group because I don't want to be promoting too many groups. I don't want it to get confusing. But the second group, I'm going to have one shift shop group that's all shift shop. My second group is going to be for everyone, all my current customers who want to continue to challenge group but who don't want to do shift shop. And then anyone who I'm talking to about shift shop but just decides that's not the program for them, I'm going to put them in that challenge group. So I'm going to be running two. But Kim and I talked about the pros and cons of running the shift shop challenge group by itself versus a joint group, and we've done it both ways in the past. However, we both felt like with our Sean Week group, the energy was awesome with just that specific Sean Week group. And so we want to see if we can bring that into the shift shop group. And so it's 3 weeks, right? And so we're going to be hosting a separate group. The reason why I pushed it out a week is because of a couple reasons. I'm going to be at Summit. And that's also going to be more opportunity for me to be really hyping up the program because the workout that I chose to do is going to be with Chris Downing. So I'm really going to be hyping it up throughout Summit. At Core, I'm going to see if there's some really cool shift shop apparel that they have. So I'm going to see if I can get a couple of those shirts. Sam, I know you're not going. If you're interested in me looking at some like extra apparel for you that you might want to give away as a prize, I can definitely be texting you pictures and you can see if you want anything. Because they do have really cool stuff. Core is like their big mega store at Beachbody Summit, where it's like literally like there is stuff like apparel for every workout program. There's stuff that they only sell at Core that they don't sell online that you can't get anywhere else. We get our coach discount on everything, and it's just like amazing. It's like a convention center just filled with Beachbody apparel and Beachbody programs and products, and we get like our discount on everything, and it's just really cool and amazing.
I'm just going to type in really quick because I have 2 seconds and just on what you were saying. But I also think like because Britt and I are in the same room, we can like join forces and come up with like a really rad template for shift shop.
Yeah.
We can share, that way we can use that. We can give that to our team to all use if we all launch together. Okay, back to me.
Yeah. Totally agree. So like we're like combining forces on this, so it's gonna be awesome. So you guys can use our template. Like we can talk about like if you guys want to put people in our groups, like we'll really sort out the details. We don't have a lot of the details sorted out yet, but this is just today. We've been talking about it for a week, and today we started to like make some plans on it. And so like that's kind of what we're gonna do. And so so my cutoff to join my group will be that Wednesday before, which will be, I'm just pulling up my calendar. So I think it's going to be, so it'll be July 19th for my group. And so I'm doing that because not only does that give me extra time to promote it at Summit, but then also we'll have access to the program. So we can start sharing like live videos of the workouts. We can be really pumping it up because like we'll have been able to like start doing the workouts. Whereas right now I've done the sneak peeks. I watched Andy's call all about it. I watched Chris Downing's call about shift shop, but it's different than actually like, starting it and just really hyping it up. Like I'm doing this program. Do you want to be in my official group? And so that's why I've decided to push it back and to start on the 24th. Additionally, when you're thinking about starting to promote this group, you can really capitalize on the fact that this is going to be the first group that you're running for shift shop. And you can use words that are really going to incite like a sense of urgency in people. When you use words like, this is like my pilot test group for this program. I have the opportunity to host a test group for this program. I'm looking for 10 women who want to be in this test group. We're going to go all in. We're going to get the best results. We're going to submit our results to Beachbody. Those are just some of the things that you can use so that people really feel like you're going to consider them, right? Like please like let me know if you want to be in it and I'll consider letting you in my group. Like you wouldn't actually use like that word, but like the feeling is instead of like, please join my group, you're giving them the sense of like, hey, this is a really big deal. I have this opportunity because I'm a big deal. And if you want to join this group, like I would love to talk to you more about it to see if it's a good fit for you. Like you're just giving them the sense that like you have earned this opportunity. And you guys, you have earned this opportunity. You're not like making something up here. You had the courage to sign up to become a Beachbody coach. You are now having the courage to share your journey on social media. You are now taking the step to host a group for this new program. You do have the opportunity to host a test group because you very easily could have chosen to not do it. And so when you're talking about it, don't feel like you're selling falsehoods because anyone can set up a test group. The reality is not everyone does. And so you are taking the opportunity to do this. And so own it. Have the confidence that comes with realizing it's a big deal to not only become a coach, not only share your journey, but then to like share publicly that you're going to host this group and you're going to help people get the best results possible. So own it. Use strong language. Use excited language. Give people advance notice. Let them know when the deadline is to enroll, because that's also going to incite a sense of urgency for them, because people like wait till the last minute, right? I do that too sometimes. If I know a sale's going on, I might not necessarily buy something until all of a sudden it's like, oh shoot, like the sale ends tomorrow, I need to buy it. And that happens to me all the time when I'm posting about these groups. I'm posting about these groups, and then the last day comes, I'm like, the deadline for enrollment is today. Like, this is your last chance. And then people feel like, then they message me, right? And so you can kind of create that sense of urgency for people, let them know when they need to buy. And then you can start your prep week that week before. That week, I start my prep week the same week of the deadline. And so we can give people time to prep. That also gives us more time to work on the template. And so also another idea is that something that we've done before for lunch is Jen Shoot is doing hers right now, and it's awesome, where you can host event pages. Like I'm not sure, I'm trying to figure out when I'll do mine, maybe when I get back from Summit or something like that, but she's hosting just a couple-day event where she created a Facebook event and she's inviting all these people to join, and every day she's sharing more about the Shift Shop program. So when she's inviting, she's not necessarily inviting people to join her challenge group. What she's doing is inviting people to the event page so that they can learn more about it, which is a little easier, right? It's like not as scary to invite to an event page. And so that's also something that you can do. It's really easy to set that event page up. You can go like on Pinterest, there's really cool Shift Shop graphics. Maybe if you wanted to ask Jen, she might let you into her group so you can see what she's posting. I'll ask her if she can share a template, because she's just sharing just information about the program. You can, she's sharing live videos of herself doing the sneak peek. She's just sharing more about the program to really incite excitement in people. And I think that's something that's really important, because these people don't know, right? Beachbody is paying like millions of dollars for advertising for this program. And so it makes sense business-wise for us to capitalize on that and start promoting it, because people are going to be seeing it in their newsfeed. They're going to start seeing it like everywhere, like on their social media stuff, because Beachbody is paying for them to see it. And so they need to know that they can join you in doing that program, that you are someone who can help them go through that program, that you have an accountability group, you have an online boot camp. You are going to go through the program and you're going to help them do the same. And so make sure that you're talking about it, because I guarantee you people are hearing about it. And also, as something I say all the time, is that we are not the only Beachbody coaches in our friends' news feeds. And so other coaches are likely talking about this program in your friends' news feeds. And so people need to know that you are selling it. They need to know that they can join you in doing it. And so make sure that they know about it. Also, lead with excitement. I think sometimes we can get all caught up in like trying to hit Success Club, or we can get caught up in trying to sell a lot of challenge packs, and we start leading with like the program or the product. Shift Shop is amazing, right? If anyone who buys it is going to get incredible results, but you need to lead with you. Lead with your excitement about the program. Why are you excited about it? Not just the details, because yes, it is important. Like, people are interested in knowing what equipment do they need. They need to know like the 3 cardio workouts, the 3 resistance workouts. Like, they need to know some details about it when you're talking to them about it. But more than any of that, they just like, what's going to attract them to it is you. What they're really buying is the opportunity to go through the program with you, because they can go to the website and get the program without you, right? They can go to another Beachbody coach and get the program without you. So you need to be sharing, what do they get with you? They get excitement. They get someone who's going to show up every day. They get someone who's going to provide them meal plans. They get someone who really cares about them. They get someone who they feel like they connect with on a different level outside of Beachbody, because you're also sharing different parts of your life. Like the fact that you're a mom, like the fact that you're on summer break, like the fact that you love coffee or flowers or whatever it is. You need to be sharing publicly all the time on your social media, so people feel like they can connect with you, because what they're buying is the opportunity to do the program with you, not just the program, right? And so those were just a couple of my points. Oh, and then also, once you start the program, share about the program as if you, like, with the level of excitement and enthusiasm, as if like you literally created this program. Like, that's how excited you are about it. That's how much you're sharing about it. Every single day for 21 days, share some aspect of the program, because someone may not have joined you for your test group, for your pilot group, but then they're watching you. And then right after, you can say, hey, I'm hosting a second group because this group went so well. My results were so insane. You can share your results. Then do you want to join now? And after getting your initial invite, after hearing about the program, after watching you go through it, after getting your results, I'm telling you, you're going to get even more people who then want to join you. And so when you commit, make sure you commit all the way, right? Like I used to always think like, man, if someone paid me to work out, I would do it. But that's actually what we are as coaches. Like people want to see us get results, right? So just think of it that way. Like we need to lead by example. And so if we're getting results, we're going to get more customers because they're going to believe us. They're going to say, oh, this works. Right? This person actually gets results. So I'm going to follow her through the program because she's going to help me because she got results. So just think of it like you are like a celebrity trainer. You are getting paid to work out. So just commit to it. Don't cut corners. Go in all the way. So before I go into capitalizing on Summit, does anyone have any questions? I know I kind of just threw a lot of stuff at you, but does anyone have any questions about how to promote Shift Shop or anything like that? No.
Okay. I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. My question, it has to do with timing challenge groups, and it's still an issue for me, and it's becoming more of an issue that I'm getting more and more challengers, and I have some that are ongoing and then new ones to add. So I just signed up like 4 people who really want to start Shift Shop,
Okay.
but I mean, it will be, if I don't start till the 24th, that's a while that they won't be doing anything once they have their program.
So it's hard because I always feel like I have people signing up at different times and I don't know, I guess, where to put them because I want to start with everyone. That sounds like a great idea, but I originally had something Prep Week starting on the 10th because I already had a group of people who were going to do it, if that makes sense. So I just don't know like what to do with those challengers.
So I think you have a couple options here. Like one, I think it's very like you can just ask them what they want to do, right? Like if you've already told them about your group starting on the 10th, then just start a group on the 10th. But that doesn't mean you can't start a second group. That doesn't mean you can't team up with a coach for the second one, which makes it a little more confusing. But then it's another opportunity where if you have 4 people who are ready to get started, you can start with them and then you can start again later. You can also offer them the opportunity to maybe do a different program in the meantime, like maybe they want to do Sean Week for a couple weeks, or you can put them in Tribe Trifecta, or you can say, hey, like I have a current group that's going on right now. Like, do you want to join us on that one? Finish out the program, finish out my challenge group with the current group, and then my next group starts then. You can just flow right into there. So I think because you have groups going, I don't think it's always important that like as soon as you get people, like they have to be ready to start. If you told people that you're going to start on the 10th, then I would do that, especially if you have a handful of people. But I think you have a couple options on how to like deal with that, which is a great problem to have, really. You have so many people. Hopefully that's helpful. Now, speaking about how to capitalize on Summit, and this is something that like Kim and I actually had a conversation last year on the plane on the way to Summit, and this conversation changed everything about how I posted at Summit, and then really honestly like how I continue to post about Beachbody. So one of the things that we realized, so that was like our first Summit, was the last Summit that we went to, and we just had this conversation about how to post about Summit. Like, how are we going to share about this opportunity? And something we didn't want to do was we didn't want to just post a highlight reel, because watch closely, you're going to see coaches do this. Like, they get really excited about Summit, and all of a sudden, like, every 10 minutes, there's another picture on their news feed or on their timeline, and it's just like random stuff about Summit, whether it's just like, and you have no idea, no context for what it is. And I think before you post something about Summit, the important, and I do this with all my posts now, ask yourself, why are you posting it? Focus on adding value to each post as opposed to just posting it. Every single thing that I post on my timeline has a purpose. Like, there is a reason why I posted it. So if you were to ever ask, like, why did you post this? Why did you post this? What were you trying to tell people with this? I have reasons for everything, because it's more important to add value to your post than it is to be posting, right? And so when we're talking about Summit, and you can still be posting about Summit even if you're not going to Summit, but it's really important to be talking about it because I really think events like Summit kind of give like credibility to what we do as coaches. Because in network marketing, people often talk about like the pyramid scheme, which means that like, which is illegal, but which just means like you're buying stuff, but then there's no products. Like it's just a scheme. So obviously that's not what we do. But sharing about events like Summit really help people see the bigger vision of Beachbody. They really get to see what Beachbody is when we share events like Summit, the Super Saturdays, when we're inviting them into this community that's larger than themselves. Because I truly believe that everyone was created with this desire to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Beachbody is one of those things, right? Like it's more than about you. It's hard to just focus on you and your insecurities and how uncomfortable you feel in your own skin and all that stuff when you're part of this community where everyone's just like giving you a high five for showing up today, right? Who's empowering you, who's telling you that you're great, who's complimenting you, who's saying your kids look amazing, even though you're like, feel like they're all sticky and messy and like they've been crying all morning, right? Like we empower each other so much that I really believe everyone needs to be a part of this community. And events like Summit allow us to show people that it's not just us, even though they see us every day on their newsfeeds in our own houses, that really we're actually part of this huge community of people. And so when I think back to what we were sharing about Summit last year, Kim and I really, again, try to focus on being really thoughtful with our posts and really ask ourselves, why are we sharing this? So we didn't just share a picture of us sitting in a big auditorium like, oh, here we got to hear from the top coaches, right? And it's just a picture of a bunch of people that no one knows, and no one knows anything about the top coaches or what, like how you even achieve that or what that even means or what they're even telling you. It could be a cult situation for all they know, you know. And so I can remember that there was one post that I shared last year, not that I'm like perfect at social media, but just as an example of me trying to add value and not just share what it is, but more context behind what I'm sharing and why I'm sharing it. Was there was a post where Andrea Hannibal and I were sitting in the back of a workshop, and the speaker, one of the coaches, asked everyone in the room to raise their hand if they had lost 5 pounds with Beachbody, 10, 15, 20, 25. And the number kept going up to over 100 pounds. And people were still standing with their arms raised at over 100 pounds. And so I took a picture of Andrea Hannibal and I high-fiving, and I shared the story of like how we both raised our hands because we had both lost over 25 pounds with Beachbody. Oh, hi, Jen. We both lost over 25 pounds with Beachbody, so we were able to have our hands raised. And so I took this picture of us high-fiving, shared the story of like this room full of people whose lives had been changed. And I briefly said, like, this room full of people, every hand was raised at one point because of the 5 pounds, right? Where by like quick, effective workouts, this simple, delicious, filling nutrition plan, and this community that's like empowering and amazing. And I posted that picture, and it got so much attention because people were excited to just see, like, it's not just me. Here's a room of people whose lives are changed. Like, we're doing this because it's changed our lives, and we want to pass it on to others. Another post that I can think of from Summit last year where Kim and I were trying to tell more of a story was we got there early. And so on Thursday, before opening ceremonies Thursday night, and so we arrived and we took this picture. I think it was on Thursday that we did this. We took this picture. We both got these cute matching sweatshirts from Core that said like healthy on it, and they were Shakeology sweatshirts. And we sat in our hotel bed in our matching sweaters with our laptops, and we set up the phone to take a picture of us. And we were able to tell this story that like I'm in bed with one of my best friends building this business, and we're able to do it from anywhere. I'm able to still work in a hotel room in Nashville, even though like, because this business goes anywhere with me. I love my job so much that I don't want to take a break from it. I want to check in with my challengers. No matter where I go, I'm going to check in with you. We were able to talk about just like how our business was still growing even though we were on vacation. We were able to talk about like all this whole story of like being able to build your business anywhere. And so those are just 2 examples, but like, oh, and then also if you're thinking about it too, taking a picture, oftentimes I will see at events like this, like someone will take a picture with like their success partner, and it's like the first time that they've met that person in person, right? Like, because we're all like online friends, right? But they didn't tell the story, and like that's an opportunity where you can share the story. And even if you're not at Summit, you can share a picture of your team at Summit, and you can say, this is my team. like, so people, one, they know you're not alone, but like this is my tribe right here. This is my community. These women, a lot of them didn't meet in person until this event. We build our businesses from all over the country. We're at all different parts of our health and fitness journey. We're at all different parts of our lives, seasons of our lives, and we're able to come together all over the world, or I guess all over the country, and change lives, because our lives have first been changed. And how incredible is that for people to start seeing faces? Like, we talk about being on a team, but here are some pictures showing that we're on a team. Here is my friend who I've never met in person, but she's like one of my #1 accountability partners who I feel so connected to, because I'm able to work on in my living room and have these friends, you know? And so start thinking about how you can add value. I don't want to go too long, but my point is, with all of it, is when you're thinking about Summit, you can capitalize on it by, one, sharing. I've been talking about it as a leadership summit, right? So I'm explaining to people that this is an opportunity to learn from the top coaches in our company, from the top executives in our company. We work for a company where the top coaches share their secrets. They share their tips for success, because we work for a company that builds each other up, and that's incredible. So share about that. Share about how this event is going on, and even if you can't go this year, publicly declare that you're going to go next year. Start sharing about it so that people can really see the bigger vision of Beachbody. And so again, I know I feel like I could just like keep talking about it, but I'm going to, since it's 6:30, really respect your guys' time and just ask, like, do you guys have any questions about posting, about how to really capitalize on posting about Summit, or if anything came to mind now about Shift Shop and promoting that? Do you guys have any questions about it? No, that's okay. That's okay, you guys. Well, I'm so glad that you guys jumped on here. I don't know if Kim, did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we hopped off?
No, I think you did a stand-up job.
Thank you so much.
I think that, you know, I think you nailed it in ensuring that. I think the coolest part about Beachbody is it's, you know, there are men in this company, but it's really women empowering women. Sorry. I know, but oh my gosh. You stop. But I think that you want to show that this is like a community. And I really think back to, I remember when I transferred schools, sorry, I won't talk long, but I remember when we transferred schools, my mom signed me up for a sorority, and because she thought I had a really unhealthy relationship with women, because I just didn't really have relationships with women. And now, like, not only did I love sorority life, I think by day 4, I was like, oh, Mom, my life has changed. I love them so much. But I think that this is just another example of how we need women in our life. And I think that if you were to ask anybody, they just want to be known. They just want to have people know them and understand them and be there for them. And so Summit is a rad time for them to see that. And so even if you're not there, even sharing a photo from those that are there, like, this is my team, I cannot wait to be there next year. They have done blank, blank, and blank for me, or whatever. That goes such a long way, and that's what women are thriving for. And so just playing that up, you know, playing it up.
Yeah, I totally agree. Exactly what Kim said, just about how often, like, do we want to be a part of something, you know, and to like be a part of like a group of women who like love each other, right? Like, who empower each other, who just encourage each other. That's so rare. And so I think to share about that. Oh, look, they came in. Oh, Kim and I got matching masks for the Success Club and Leadership parties for Friday. So I'm so excited that they came in. And so you guys, I thank you again so much for all of you guys for jumping on here and for joining us. Jen, thank you for joining us on your lunch break. The natural lighting looks great. I talked about you earlier and said that I loved your idea for the event page for Shift Shop. So thank you for just being like such a leader on our team. And if you guys have any other questions, please just feel free to just comment in our team page about it. That's what it's there. We're so excited to have you guys. Thank you for jumping on here live, even though this week was so insane. It was like this morning, and Kim Kim and I were like, oh my gosh, it's time for the 2 talk tonight. And so I hope you guys have such a wonderful night. Hudson, it's so nice to see you. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Bye.
Take a picture, Britt.
Oh,
Picture.
yeah. How do we do that?
Are you on a Mac or a PC?
I'm on a PC.
Here, I can do it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Command Shift 4. Let me see if I can do this with one hand.
You probably can because you're super mom.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna move it down a little. Okay. Oh wait, that's too. Sorry, I'm having issues here. All right. Oh, okay, big boy. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Great. Perfect. All right. Bye, you guys. Bye.